right, well, good afternoon once again. Thank you to everyone for taking some time out of your day to join us for the presentation of our newest Crestwood product, auto kitting. A little bit of housekeeping before we get started. We are keeping everyone muted because of the large audience that we have. The chat is available for any questions that you'd like to ask, and we will do our best to answer them during the presentation through the chat. For any questions that are too difficult to answer through the chat, I'm sure we will have time at the end to answer any questions, so we'll be happy to address them then, or we'll definitely follow up with you afterwards as well. I'd like to do some introductions. Myself, I'm Sean Garrity. I am one of the client account managers at Crestwood. I work with a number of Acumatica clients, and I also work very closely with our Crestwood products team on the different solutions that we have. Along with me today is Lori Bolsinger. She's our solutions architect, and she will be driving us through the demonstration of the auto kitting product today. Before we get into the auto kitting product itself, I wanted to just talk about Crestwood products in general a little bit. We do have a number of different solutions that are available that provide enhancement to Acumatica. Many of you may be familiar with some of these solutions, some people not, but we always like to take the opportunity to make everyone aware of the different products that we have available. Most of them are fairly recognizable by name. Commissions, auto kitting we're going to go over, collections management. Concurrent is the one that may be a little difficult by name. This is a solution that will integrate the Concur expense management solution with Acumatica, as well as our lockbox solution. So if you have interest on any of these solutions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're more than happy to speak with you about them, provide information on them, present demos to clients or partners. And happy to just engage with you as needed. So please let us know if you're interested in any of these, and we're more than happy to follow up with you on that. So our newest product is auto kitting. And as you can see on the screen, it really does work to provide additional functionality that is missing out of Acumatica. This is going to streamline the fulfillment process by automatically creating required kits for each sales order. You will see in our presentation today that this is very straightforward, very easy to understand, and does provide great functionality. So as many of you know, there are stock kits in Acumatica. There are non-stock kits, and they have different levels of functionality depending on which type of kit you're trying to use. There are also limitations, and that's where the Crestwood auto kitting solution comes into play. Our goal with this solution was to provide the same level of functionality regardless of the type of kit that you're using, and to provide some additional functionality beyond just what the kits use. So you can see the biggest piece that you will notice immediately when we get into the demonstration is that you will be able to see how many kits can be assembled from the items that you currently have in stock. And this is a big piece for people during the sales order screen when clients are asking, are you going to be able to fulfill the order that we're placing with you? So there's a very good piece of functionality that you can get by implementing this solution. One of the other big pieces is right here at the end, that you can do all of the different costing methods, the cost evaluation methods that are available. You can use average, standard, FIFO, or specific valuation method. There are a number of benefits that come along with this solution. It provides a merging of the stock and non-stock kits, as we kind of discussed already. It enhances the sales order processing. It simplifies kit creation. It improves fulfillment. And again, it provides the cost valuation flexibility that many clients are looking for. With that, I've provided a bit of a lead into Lori here, and I will turn it over to her so that she can provide a brief demonstration of the solution. And please, if you have any questions, let us know. We're more than happy to answer them, as we said, through the chat, or if you'd like us to discuss them after, we're happy to do that as well.
Yeah, thank you so much. I want to first just double check, at least with you, Sean. Can you let me know? Can you see my screen?
I can.
All right, perfect. Well, you're certainly not the important person. You've already seen this before, but we'll assume that that means everyone else can as well. And so clearly you can hear me as well. So I'm really excited to show you some of the new functionality of auto kitting. This really is not a very long demonstration. There is not a lot to demonstrate. It is a small but mighty add-on to Acumatica. So with a couple tweaks to what the base functionality can do, we can really extend and start making some really nice process with our kitting. So I'm going to start by looking at a typical kit. We're going to discuss Acumatica's standard kitting options with both the stock kits and a non-stock kit. And then we're going to show you our auto kitting solution and how we've combined the best of both of those in there. So I'm a distributor. I am selling fitness gear, and there are times that I bundle a few items together into a kit. So I created this elliptical trainer kit, and I might do that for marketing purposes. So I say, if you bundle these together, you're going to have a 10% savings over purchasing the individual items by itself in there. If I take a look at the kit specifications using our lovely side panels in here, I can see that I have a bottle, a heart warmer monitor, and a stamina in motion elliptical trainer. So I am bundling these individual items all into a kit. And again, I'm going to market this as being able to sell it at a discount of 10% over buying separately. Now, in standard Acumatica, I have the choice of setting up this kit as a stock kit or a non-stock kit in here. With the stock kit, in order to fulfill this kit as it comes on a sales order, I first need to assemble my kit, and I have to have them in stock before I can fulfill a sales order that includes kits. For those of you that have seen that before, that is a kit assembly that I need to do. If I open up a kit assembly in a new tab, I do need to come in here and stock this in here. So I have to select my kit that I'm going to stock, say what warehouse I'm going to stock it into, say how much quantity I plan to make, and so forth from in here. Now, as I start selecting the individual items, I can see I have tons of bottles on hand. I have a bunch of heart rate monitors on hand. I only have 11 of these ellipticals on hand, though. So I can tell if I click on each individual item that I can only make 11 of these items, but it took a lot of clicking to do that in there. But again, the point is I must go through and do this kit assembly, do a production to assemble this kit so that I can put this kit into stock before I can fulfill it. So that is the rules for a stock kit. I'm not going to actually assemble that at this moment. Some people say, I don't actually need to put them in stock and go through that rigmarole of a production order or an assembly order because I just want to. It's just these three items. I sell them separately. I just want to be able to pick all three of those individual items on the fly. This is when Acumatica, standard out of box, comes up with a non-stock kit. With a non-stock kit, I still do the same thing. I still have to specify what's in the non-stock kit, how much of each, but now I don't need to have this in stock. I am allowed to just go ahead and when I order that kit, it will explode the components onto a pick list for me. So it's going to tell me to pick each of the individual items. So with that, some who say, I should go with the non-stock kit option. That makes so much more sense. But there's a couple things that we can't do with a non-stock item. First of all, with my costing methodology, non-stock items, I don't have the option to cost it with average FIFO or a standard if I were going to serialize these. I'm sorry, standard. Standard is the only cost. It's average and FIFO. And here is the other one. Sorry, in the wrong one. Average, FIFO specific. Those are for our serialized items. Pardon me, rookie mistake in there. Stock kits, I have the option to value those in any of these methodologies. Non-stock kit, notice that is not even available in here. If I come in here to the price and cost, I only have the option to put a standard cost on a non-stock kit. So that is one of the downsides of using non-stock kits, is to try to get that inventory costing properly as well. So with that, we have come up with our auto kitting, which will automatically use the best of both worlds in here. So let's go ahead and see this in action. I am going to come in and create a new sales order. And on my new sales order, we are going to sell it to our best customer, Alta Ace, and I am going to add my new elliptical trainer kit in here. And I will choose to do a quantity of 2. As I start adding whatever quantities I wanted to fulfill, it is telling me that I don't have those in here. I will have 0 of these in stock, and it's going to go negative. With typical out-of-box Acumatica, I need to do that other process of doing the kit assembly before I can stock this in here. With our new kitting, advanced kitting solution, we have the option and we have some insights down into here, number 1, to see how much I have available for assembly. It's telling me based on the components of this kit, I can make up to or assemble 11 of these kits. So that's one of the first options, is we have now insights into how many I could potentially make. So as I'm entering this order, I know if I can even fulfill the kits based on the components that we have in stock. So that's the first added functionality in there as well. The second piece of functionality in here is creating those kits. I have the option now from in here to choose create kits to auto create those kits, but I can even bypass that and just start the whole pick, pack, and ship process by creating a shipping document, as we're normally used to doing. As I create a shipping document, what it does in the background is actually assembles those kits. So I can see down in here that I have 2 that are now available, whereas before we saw there was 0 available. I also can choose to go ahead and print out my pick list from in here. We have modified the pick list form, so it will explode those onto here. So this is still a stock kit that is now exploding the individual items in order to pick these in here. So now we can even work with that and pick them on the fly. And then we go through and process that, pick them as normal, confirm your shipment, and go through with the rest of your pick, pack, and ship process. So as you can see, Crestwood's auto kitting does simplify their kitting process. It provides you visibility into the number of kits that can be assembled as you're entering that sales order. It saves time by doing that auto assembly in the background as you are creating the shipment document. It improves fulfillment by expanding the kit components on the pick ticket. And now you're even enhancing financial control because this is available in a stock kit. So I support all inventory cost valuation methods as we're going through. So that was really it for the demonstration. There is not much more to demo. As we said, it's a small, but it is a truly powerful tool if you are working with kits such as this, where you don't want to have to do that extra step of the production and you want to have control over your cost valuation. I'm going to take a breath. Ask Sean, were there any questions that have come in through the chat as we were going through?
Thank you, Lori. No, there have not been any questions through the chat at this point.
Terrific. I think we can wrap it up. I'll turn it back over to you, Sean, for any kind of wrap up.
Thank you. So I would like to ask anyone if there are questions at this time. You can feel free to put them in the chat, or you can take yourself off of mute. I'm not sure if you have the ability to take yourself off of mute, but if you'd like to ask a question via the chat, we're more than welcome, more than happy to answer them for you. A little bit further information in regards to how the product is sold. We generally sell all of our modules through the Acumatica partner channel. So if you are a partner and you're interested in this solution or any of the other Crestwood products for one of your clients, please feel free to reach out to us. We're more than happy to work with you on this. If you are an end user and you're interested, you can feel free to reach out as well. We will definitely inquire about who your partner is and keep them involved along the way through the sales process. So either way, it's not a problem. We're happy to work with anybody that's interested in any of our products. Specifically regarding auto kitting, in terms of pricing, we have kept it very simple. I'm sure everyone on the call has been through one, if not more, of the calls with Acumatica now with the changes to their pricing structure. And there's now 2 pricing sheets for existing clients versus new clients. Auto kitting is simple. It is $1,500 for everyone. Anybody that wants to add it, that's the cost for it. Doesn't matter which edition of the software you're on. If you're on the new model or the old model, it's still the same cost. In terms of implementation services, we will be estimating 8 hours for the implementation and billing time and materials. With that said, I'm not really envisioning it taking 8 hours for most people. It's really going to come down to the simplicity or the complexity of the kits that are involved and the workflow and business processes that are in place. But we'll estimate 8 hours and we'll probably use less than that. We do envision partners implementing the solution on their own after they've probably gone through 1 or maybe 2 implementations without having much problem. It is a customization package that will get installed to your client's tenant. So nothing different than any other customization that you've installed before. I do have a question now. Let's see. Does it include converting stock kits and non-stock kits? I guess I'm not exactly sure. Lori, do you know if it converts?
Yeah,
The
implementation, you mean.
Yeah.
So any stock kit does not need to be converted. There's actually going to be just a new button on the stock kit that says we want it to use auto kitting once you have our solution in there. The non-stock kits will need to be converted into stock kits. So that I'm not aware of, Sean, at least what that will entail.
Thank you.
But that's a great question. Victor, I think we will get back to you on that.
Yes, we'll definitely follow up with you. And then Victor has another question. How does it work with pick and scan?
I assume from the scanning, you're meaning if you are using paperless picking and you are sending the pick list to a picking queue. As of this time, we have not had it working with the WMS. So as of this moment, it does not work with the paperless picking. So that's another great question. We have only modified the paper report.
Excellent. Thank you, Lori. Any other questions from anybody else on the call? All right. It doesn't seem like we have any additional questions. So we'd like to thank everybody for taking some time to look at our auto kitting solution. As I mentioned, more than happy to follow up with anybody that is interested in this. You can feel free to either contact myself directly. I am sgarrity@crestwood.com. You can also reach us from our website. You can put an inquiry in that way, or you can always feel free to reach out and call Crestwood and just say that you're interested in asking about Crestwood products, and I'm sure the call will get routed to me. But we appreciate everybody taking the time to view our latest Crestwood product, and hope that we encounter you on future webinars that we do to provide new products that we're going to continue to push out and hopefully add additional functionality to Acumatica that everybody looks forward to implementing. Thank you very much. Appreciate everyone spending some time with us today. Bye-bye.